Guys, as you see, I'm at Caren Brixen Museum. She was a woman here in Kenya who used to plant coffee and make coffee here in Kenya. This was her house, as you see. Let's know more about Caren Brixen. Yeah.
So welcome at Caren Brixen Museum. It is the home of the author Caren Brixen. I'll start with history of Caren. Caren Brixen, also known as Isaac Brixen, was born in Raggersland, Denmark on 17th April 1885. She was the second of Wilhelm and Ingeborg 5 children. In her early ages, she was homeschooled by maternal grandmother and aunt Mary Base. At age of 18, she joined Royal Danish Art Academy where she learned art and literature. At age of 28, in 1913, she accepted a marriage proposal from her Swedish half-cousin, Baron Brixen, and they were advised by their uncle Count Morgan to make themselves a future in British East Africa, because during that time there were rumors of war in Europe. Count Morgan returned from hunting safaris with interesting tales about British East Africa. Baron Bro was the first to arrive on March 1913. They had a plan to raise cattle on 700 acres of land bought jointly by the two families. But on his arrival, he was quickly convinced by his friends that coffee and not cattle make him rich. He saw the 700 acres and bought 4,500 acres from Mr. Ark-Joe. Caren arrived the following year on 13th January. They married the following day at Mombasa, held their reception at Muthaiga Country Club, then went for their honeymoon at Crescent Island on shores of Lake Naivasha. After their honeymoon, they settled on their first house. It was a rental house at Mbagadi Estate. 3 years later, Caren Coffee Company Limited was established to purchase an adjacent 1,500 acres with a fully furnished house, the museum. So their land totaled to 6,000 acres. Out of the 6,000 acres, 600 acres were under coffee. 1,000 they had given it to the locals to settle there. 2,400 was under native forest and 2,000 was under grassland. After a short time, Baron lost interest in coffee growing and spent more time on hunting safaris and away from home. Caren was left to manage the farm alone. During that time, she could treat the locals who were sick, solve their disputes, and she also built a school for the local children. In 1918, she was introduced to a friend back home to Dennis Finchaton. Dennis Finchaton was a businessman, a trader. He liked hunting safaris and he was also a licensed pilot. They became close friends. The alienation between Caren and Baron was steadily growing until in 1821, when he permanently moved out of this house. They later divorced after 4 years, and after their divorce is when Dennis Finchaton brought his possession to Caren's house and stayed here in between his safaris. Back in 1923, their coffee factory accidentally burnt down to ground. It was caused by the Maasais. There is a river called River Mbagadi, which was the border between Maasai's land and Caren's farm. The Maasais are pastoralists and they have a culture of burning dry grass during the onset of rain to prepare for fresh grass, and the fire accidentally spread to Caren's farm. Their coffee farm was not doing well. It was facing different calamities: drought, soil acidity. The area itself was too high to grow coffee, so they had low yields, price fluctuations, locust attacks, and she was receiving financial support from her family in Denmark. They withdrew the support and she became bankrupt. She was forced to sell the land at a great loss to settle debts and pay creditors. She sold it to Richardson and Martins Limited, who had a plan to cut the coffee trees, subdivide the land and sell it as housing plots. They are no need for the locals who had settled there. And it was a weight to Caren because she had a good relationship with the locals. They approached her and requested her to go and pursue with the government so that they could 2 furrow plows and an ox plow. The 2 furrow plows were used to break new land and all types of soil. They have great strength but little weight. One was pulled by 6 to 10 oxen. Then we have the wagons. The wagons were used to transport dried coffee from the farm to Nairobi railway station. From Nairobi railway station, it was transported to Mombasa by train. Could take 1 to 2 days. Then from Mombasa, it was shipped to London, where final process took place there, which is roasting. Could take 5 to 6 months. One was loaded with 12 sacks which were equivalent to 1 ton, and one was pulled by 12 to 16 oxen. Then we have a 1922 bottom tractor, model F. It's unique because it has the steel wheels. It was used for cultivation and also to jumpstart the coffee drying machine. It was started by rotating the crank here. Which he did of a Somali boy. His name Abdullah. He was the brightest boy in the farm. He assisted Caren to do a farm accounts. Her name Jerry. She was considered the most beautiful girl in the farm. She received the highest bride price of 250 goats and a pot of honey.
As you see, she's Priscilla. She's a tour guide here at the Museum of Caren Brixen. She's a tour guide. Please, if you come to Kenya, watch for her. Give her more tips because she's a good guide. She walked with us everywhere. She tried to explain. She's a good guide. Thank you.
Yeah, his name is David.
Guys, you've been with me. We've known more about Caren Brixen. She was a farmer, she was a writer, she was a woman. She didn't have kids, but she had 2 kids she liked from Kikuyu and one from Somali. As you saw, she was died because of syphillis, because she was caused by the syphilis was caused by her husband, not the boyfriend. Yeah, it was interesting. Thank you for being me. Keep subscribing, share, likes, and comment.